other neat thing about these is that when, like I said, you won't see any leaves here. At the beginning of the summer, there will be no sign that this was even here. The neat thing is that they're escaping the heat and the drought and all that nasty stuff in the summer by just being underground. So they have rhizomes and tubers which allow them to still exist underground, and then as soon as it's time, they'll come up again next spring. The wood anemone itself has, if you look, you'll see the leaf is actually what we call palmate. It has 5 leaflets that come off, and when we look at one that has a flower, separate it so you can see that. They come off 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 stems that come off and divide into 5 leaflets. See that? Yeah. Okay. So that's the leaf arrangement of the wood anemone. And it's a kind of a neat story, which I included on their sheet. That's why I said leaves in a whorl of 3, because there's 3 stems that come off, and then the leaves themselves divide into 5 leaflets. These are considered poisonous to most animals that would try to eat leaves, so that's why you can see they look pretty good. They don't look like chomp. And the Greek legend says that Nemos, it's Greek for wind, lends his namesake to the anemone in early spring days as herald of his coming. The flowers are said to appear when the windy days of spring begin, hence the other common name, windflower. And that is the wood, and then those are the ones that are totally done. When they are completely done with their time being a flower, completed pollination, everything like that, their scent and their color and their fruit, those are all signals for insects to know that those are done.
Are there any particular insects that would be pollinators?
Yeah, there are small little insects that are, I'm sure you saw them in the warm days. Little flies, gnats, little small solitary bees. I've seen all of them out, especially the first part of this month when it was warm. And I did notice them visiting particularly the spring beauty, because we have a lot of that. But this is a fantastic patch of wood anemones. We also have a few growing in between the roots of each tree, which I think is so neat. How kind of just in this patch. And then there's some on the edge of the ravine. Can you see that? That is exactly right. That's why you have this nice patch. It's all connected underground by those roots. And so these roots are spreading, and what's really good about that is that you can see that this is an eroded hillside, and you can see over there's no plants, and the soil is just kind of washing away. Whereas over here, we need the roots, we need the plants to hold the bank in place. So spring ephemerals are serving that purpose as well. I didn't pull this one because this is the small flowered crowfoot or kidney leaf buttercup. And we'll see more of these as we go along on the trail and down on the other side as well. But the flower is unbelievably small. It doesn't really get much bigger than that.
There's one right here. Is it the same? Is it the same?
The petals are, it's a little bit close.
So.
No. Okay, but the petals are like this big. I can't even, it's not much bigger than that at all. What are those?
Is this the same thing, Jen?
What's that?
Is this the same thing?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Let me
Big
point
one.
that one.
There
That
you
one's
go.
bigger. Here we go. This is one that's actually open. David, once you come back from the side there, you're making me nervous.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So here you go, Sherry. You can see these are the actual petals, these little yellow things. So this is on your sheet. This is called small flowered crowfoot or kidney leaf buttercup, because if you notice, the basal leaves are kidney bean shaped, whereas the stem leaves are not. So there's 2 different types of leaf structures on this plant that helps you identify it. There are other plants that have this kind of flower in that buttercup family, but this is the one. This is Ranunculus arborvitae. This is small flowered crowfoot or kidney leaf buttercup. So that is the. This is another one that we only see in this time of year. This is a spring ephemeral. So it's
the wood anemone nestled in the branches, in the roots of this beech tree. You can tell it's a beech tree because it has everybody's initials carved into it. And this is these are wood anemones nestled here in the roots, right along the side of the river at the Smithvil.
The pink family, carnation family. The flowers and the petals themselves are white with pink streaks. Those pink streaks lead right to the center of the flower into an insect's eye, look just like a runway, directing them to the bullseye where they need to go. So these flowers, as you can see, they're closed because it's cloudy, but these open up on sunny days, of course, and they're kind of cup-shaped like the wood anemone. So these are taking those same adaptations, those same traits that we see in the wood, the spring ephemerals. You'll see the same characteristics over and over again. And of course, all of these plants that we're looking at today, all of the wildflowers that I'm mentioning and they're on your sheet, they're all white or yellow or pale pink because
the insects can only see those colors.
That's right. That's right. See, I've drilled it into your brains now. Okay.
Yeah,
so those white colors are the colors that the largest variety of insects can see. And at this time of year, when there aren't a lot of insects out, the spring ephemerals have to make sure they're seen by the limited amount of insects that are out. So they are always white, pale pink, or yellow to ensure that they are seen by the largest variety of insects. Alright, so that's the story with that. Spring beauty, Native Americans use the tubers as a food. These are extremely small, little potato-like tubers, so they have to harvest a lot of them. And they cook them like potatoes. There are 71 different species of insect pollinators that visit spring beauty. So this is one of the most important sources of even just nectar and pollen for our earliest insects. And so I've seen, the first bees that need to collect pollen for their hive going to spring beauty.
Wow.
So it's a very, very interesting little plant. Their leaves look like grass. You can see that. They just have these narrow leaves that look like grass. And there's a nice clump back here behind me. These were probably I would say because there's a nice big clump like that, those were probably distributed by ants, or they just left I said they grabbed the seed pod, they eat the pod and they disperse the seeds. They probably dumped all the seeds in one spot like that. I imagine. Usually when you see a clump like that, it has to do with ant dispersal. So those are the spring beauties. We'll see lots more of them. We're going to go up. You know how we cross over? We go over to the overlook. Lots. That I tripped over. Very nice.
Yeah. Really nice, Jen.
Yeah. So this is